So Trimester ONE The Core. So this is your core Pilates program for this trimester. You're going to start in standing with the Pilates ball between your legs. This is your reminder to bring the legs together, to fire up the lower belly, and to bring on the pelvic floor. Grow as tall as you can. Left arm first, big exaggerated shrug all the way down, side bend to the left side of your body, roll into the middle, your hands touch your knees, unravel, curl all the way back up, grow tall, 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 tall. Right side, big shrug, drop down to the outside, curl it into the middle, squeezing the ball, coming all the way up, shoulders open, head comes out. And again, one more each side. So I'm sure you've come to this from bent over your desk, first thing in the morning, end of your day. This might be the first time your body's moved. Notice how it feels. Push it to the ends of your range. Help it feel good. Okay, now a full roll down. Press your feet into the floor. Grow tall. Chin to your chest first there, Romy. So drop your chin, squeeze it all the way down to your breastbone. From there, slide your hands down your thighs. Curl through the upper back. Curl through the lower back. Sliding your hands all the way down. Take it to where you feel comfortable, where you feel your hamstrings start to sing, where they pull and stretch. Shake out your head, shake out your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze the ball. Take your tailbone underneath you, belly button to your spine. Restack, unravel. Curling all the way up at the top, shoulders back and down, head grows tall, ribs in. Nice. Go again, chin on your chest. Rolling all the way down. This one we're going to stay down. Curling all the way. That ball's reminding you to keep even weight for your legs and to keep the core connected. From here, I want you to look forwards. Bend your knees if you have to get your fingers on the floor. That doesn't matter. You're slowly going to walk forwards, keeping your heels down on the ground. Walk forwards as far as you can until your heels start to lift. And then you're going to bend your knees, stick your tailbone out, soft bending your knees, look forwards. Flatten your back, straighten your legs, heels down. Bend your knees, tail out, look forwards. Flat back, heels down, tail out. We're starting this with mobility. You're going to work quite hard through this sequence. And I want you to be able to get to the edges of your range. Just one more in this little warm-up before you fold all the way down onto your hands and knees and take the ball away. All right, so we're going to do all this sequence on one side, then take it to the other side. So let's start with the left leg. Left leg is going to step out to the side and your right arm is going to come all the way open. Breathe in at the top there. Breathe out, thread the needle. Take that hand underneath the left arm just as far as you can. Reach to your fingertips. Bring it all the way back and open. And then all the way through. You want to be strong on the hand that stays on the ground, keeping your chest lifted. Let's do one more. Really getting into that left inside thigh. All the way back up and out. Plant your hand down on your mat, slide your knee underneath you. Keeping with that leg and the opposite arm, you're going to slide them along your mat out in front of you. Hold it here. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks balanced across your back. Don't spill them as you breathe out and lift your arm and leg up off the ground. Breathe in, drop them down, slide them back in, reset. Go again, slide away. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in to lower. Come all the way back down. So that's the move. What about your position in the rest of your body? I know you can lift your arm and leg up, but can you do it whilst keeping your shoulder blades facing down into the ground? Don't twist through your shoulders. Can you do it with keeping your pelvis bones pointing straight down? One way of checking that is glancing down and seeing if your right thigh stays vertical. Okay, next change. You're going to reach away, you're going to lift up. From here, you're going to bend your left knee, bend your right elbow and scoop up into a cat stretch. Round your whole body. Bring your nose as close to your knee as you can. Breathe in, lengthen away, flat back. Breathe out, curl all the way in. Breathe in, lengthen away. So I want you to go through movement now. I want you to use the whole front of your tummy And then transition that into your back, squeezing up through the glute and the shoulder. Can you feel your right glute start to work? That's your stabilizer. Gives you balance on one leg. If it's too much with the arm and leg, you just do leg. Totally fine. Bring in the arm only if you feel you can. Take it all the way away. Place your right hand down on the ground. If you can, it's going to stay up. Left leg now, small, tiny little pulses. So a bit like when we do our hundreds. Nothing else should move. You decide if you bring your hand down or if you keep it forwards. You want a soft bend in your left elbow. Only thing that's moving is your left leg. I can feel my right hip wanting to wobble, and I'm going to lift my corset. I'm going to slightly pull my belly button to my spine to try and keep it still. That feels better. Tucking my chin, I look straight down, my upper body stays strong. We're going to hold that for last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, keep that leg up. Now you're going to step it in between your two hands. Use your hands to help it if you need to. And then you're going to roll up from here through a cat stretch, unroll through your spine, restacking your vertebra, arms come up. You're straight to begin with. From your fingertip down through that back leg to your knee is one straight line. Breathe in, lunge forwards, open up your hips. Breathe out, your arms come down by your side. Breathe in, lunge forwards, nice. Breathe out, come down. Watch that front knee, make sure it stays open. Again, if you spend a lot of your time sitting at a desk, our hips can get quite tight, and that starts to buckle our lower back. And we want to keep that tail out to keep your posture as tall as possible. One last one, we're going to float forwards, and then the arms are going to circle down by your side, palms away, hundreds. There should be a straight line down through your whole back line, ear, shoulder, back, knee. Nice one. You're smiling forwards with your collarbones. You're looking straight down with a chin tuck. The belly is staying in, and you're going to hold it and breathe. Expand your ribs east to west. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax the toes on the left. Halfway through. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Small, tiny little beats, nothing else moving. This butt on the left really starts to fire up to hold you balanced. It's just the start. We're getting it warmed up, switched on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, back leg, tuck your toes, and you're going to see if you can use your strength to lift up. Use your hands if you need to, but see if you can straighten up that back leg. And now we're going to bring that back leg in to step to the left. And then we're going to take it straight back. You're going to slide it back. Step it in, slide it back. So this is called scooter. If it's too much to step, if you feel wobbly, then you can slide the leg. Depending on how slippy your mat is, you can slide your leg back, slide it in. The harder level is to join us and step. Again, this is all about that stability, giving you the balance and the control on one leg. Hold the next one, hold it here. You're leaning forward, your arms are lifted. Well done. Now you're going to breathe out, so you can lift through the tummy, float the back leg up off the ground, hold your balance, plant it back down, bend your front knee. Breathe out, float up, kick the back leg. Breath in, come down, bend your knee. Breathe out, lift and kick. Breathe in, bend the front leg. Hold your balance. Relax the left toes. Squeeze your shoulders down. I want you to think about your body shape. You're as neutral through your pelvis and long through your spine as if you were lying on your back. Small matter of balance and your bum burning, but keep your spine still. 3, 2, last one. Can you hold it? You can turn your palms down, reach your fingertips away, relax your toes, set your posture. Well done, it's a balance challenge. It's okay to wobble. 3, 2, 1, plant the back leg, drop the knee down, find yourself back in 4 point. Awesome work, hold it here. So now we're going to take that through on the other side. So let's start with your stretch. Right leg out, left arm all the way up towards the sky. Open into your twist, shine your heart up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out, thread. Take that arm underneath the right side, breathing in, breathing out, coming up, breathe into your twist. So slow down that breath from all that work. Take a moment to stretch, gather everything. Remind yourself of the sequence. And we're in. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hip. That same leg is going to slide out along the mat with your fingers on the opposite side. Then lift through your tummy and float arm and leg up to the sky. Come down and slide back in. Hands and knee underneath your shoulder. Reach away. Breathe out, float up. Breathe in, come down. Check that your shoulders are level. Keep your breastbone lifted. Unlock that right elbow. Tuck your chin and look straight down. Hold the next one. Look down, give me a cat stretch. Bend your right knee, bend your left elbow, scoop it all the way in. Blow your air out so the air goes out from your belly. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, scoop all the way in. Breathe in, lengthen. So you're trying to move your spine as much as you can now. And remember, your head and neck is an extension of your spine. So bring your chin down to follow. Lengthen it out, reach away. Try and stay as still as you can on that left thigh, keeping it vertical. Good work. Can we do 10 seconds more?
Sure.
So it's amazing how the stabilizing side, that left butt, starts to feel the workload here. Let's get one more in. Squeeze one more in. Reach away, hold it here. You can keep your hand up or you can bring it down. Start to pulse that right leg. You want to squeeze through your butt. Try and keep the rest of your body still. Yeah, your pelvis is in neutral. You don't want to be sagging down for your back. You definitely don't want to be rounded. Nice neutral spine. Lift the ribs up and in, and that's going to help you to look straight down. All right, now cut the bounce in the rest of your body. Hold and breathe. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the chest up. Keep the arm reaching if you can. Point your toes. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, hold. Bring the leg in between your two hands. Use your hands to pull it up if you need to. And then float all the way up. Arms up towards the sky. Straight line down through that whole side of your body. Breathe in. Let's breathe out. Bring our arms back behind you. Pushing away, lean forwards. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out, lean forwards. As you come up, try and pull the ribs in, the spine long. Well done, good correction. So tempting when we take our arms up to want to back bend, but this is all about finding that center, right? As our body changes so much over the next 9 months, we're going to make sure we know where every little bit is. That our head is over our shoulders, our ribs are over our pelvis. Breathing out, come forwards, hold it here. Now turn your palms, face the front. Great. Small little beats for hundreds again. So it's all about stillness, hundreds. It's all about putting yourself in that strong frame. Think about how you build a house. You lay down those solid foundations first, then you start to build up the bricks. You have the scaffolding on the outside, the big strong muscles. We're talking about the foundations. We want them really super strong. Hold your body, the rest of the house still. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut the bounce in the neck. Good, well done. Shoulders reach them down. Relax the toes on the front leg. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Hold it here. Now tuck the toes on the back leg. The bad thing is you know what's coming now. You're going to lift up your knee, you're going to straighten. Hold it here. If you can, step in, tall, you're lovely and strong, and then you step back. If you need to, slide your leg. So a sign that you need to is you're wobbling loads. Get any discomfort or pain, or you go too short. You want to be able to get that leg way back, your chest coming down onto your thigh. When you look down, that knee should be pointing forwards. Don't let it cave in. And then again, keeping the weight in the right heel rather than all in the toes makes your bum come on. Press those arms back behind you to keep your back active. And your out breath, push to stand. That standing posture is such a big part of this. Hold your next one, take it back, hold it here. Relax the toes on your front leg. Now breathe out, kick that back leg up, straighten the front leg. Bend your knee, find the floor. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in, come down. Your pelvis bone should be pointing straight down. Your shoulders pointing straight down at the ground. 15 seconds more. I reckon we can get 4 more in. That right bum starts to burn. The whole leg's coming on. We should be getting tired now through that side. Last one, all the way up. Hold it here and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your leg. Take your time. I know you're desperate to come out. Bring your knee down, bring your hands down. Find the edges of your mat with your knees and just sink your bum down onto your heels. Try and drop your belly down in between your legs and your forehead on your mat. Hold it here in a nice wide child's pose. Ease the hips down on towards the heels. Sink the breastbone down in between the hands and then expand east to west. So as you breathe in, think about the ribs going sideways. Instead of the belly filling up with air, you're going to inflate with the diaphragm and expand your ribs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. And then slowly lifting your belly up off of your thighs, unraveling, uncurling, restart your vertebra one at a time. Come into that kneeling position with your head out. Good work. Ball between the knees. So now you're going to lie completely on your tummy. So you want to just ease yourself down onto the mat. And when you're here, you're going to be propped up onto your forearms. So we're going to curl through our spine into a little bit of a half knee plank. So your forearms are going to be pressed down. And then I want you to squeeze the ball, point your toes, and push the tops of your feet into the floor. Straight away, I feel my butt come on. It's a good thing. It's going to help keep your pelvis closed to support your abs. Now, tuck your chin, look straight down, lift your breastbone up away from the ground. Then lift your ribs up, and then slowly start to scoop up through your pelvis, lifting your hips up away from the ground. You're going to hold it here. Ball is squeezed, you're looking straight down. You want to have a flat back. Then release, bring your hips down to the ground, belly down, chest down, look forwards. Good work. Start at the beginning, ball squeeze, feet flat on the floor, squeeze your legs. Drop your head, lift your breastbone, lift your ribs, scoop up away from the floor, pushing your hands and your feet into the mat. Hold it here, take a breath in. Breathe out, come all the way back down. And release. Keep going, I'm going to give you a few things to watch for. It's quite hard to check your form when you're lying on your front, so maybe try this alongside a mirror. What you're watching for is that your bum doesn't stay out behind you. I want you to just keep that scooped under. The other thing is that you go too far. Everything will stop working if you go too far. So you want your elbows underneath your shoulders, you want your tailbone tucked, and a nice flat line through your body. One last watch point for you to look at for me as you come up and take it into your 20-second hold is your shoulders. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades down your back, tuck your chin, look straight down. Check nothing else moved. Did you stick your butt out? Tuck it back in. Did you go too far back? Bring it forwards. Squeeze the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring it all the way back down in 3. Okay, now what you're going to do is take the ball and place it between your heels, still lying on your front. So that first part of our foundations class was a lot of movement. We're bringing it back down to stillness now. We're going to hold it here, forehead rested on the back of your hands, and the heels squeezing the ball. You're going to really squeeze your heels together. It's really normal for them to want to switch from side to side. Shows up any difference between strength left and right. You're going to squeeze the ball, and if you can, you're going to float your legs up off the ground, just 1 inch, and then you're going to come back down. This is going to give you that lumbar curve. This helps to keep your lower vertebra in line. That's it, nice, exaggerate that curve. Open through the hips, stretch through any hip flexors at the front which might feel tight. So first trimester, it's totally normal and safe to lie on your tummy. As pregnancy progresses and our baby moves out of our pelvis, we're not going to have the luxury of being able to enjoy this position anymore. So make the most of it in this trimester. Last one, we're going to do a 20-second hold, just as we worked on our front, lifting all the way up, squeezing the ball, hold and breathe, hold and breathe. If you want to make that a touch harder, float your hands up off the floor. Bring on that back line strength, make it as good as can be. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Bring it all the way down. Relax your legs down straight. Pause here. Okay, so relax the ball off to the side. You're going to press that through your hands and knees and sink back into a little cat stretch. Reverse the shape through your spine, round through your body as much as you can. Dip down, arching in your back as much as you can, looking forward, tail out, and one more time. Come all the way down. All right, and then make your way into lying. So when you're lying, always come down on your side first before you roll onto your back. Have your neck long, you're looking straight up at the sky, collarbones open. You want to bring your ribs down onto the mat and take a moment to find pelvis neutral. So you don't want to be too pressed down into the mat, you don't want to be too far away, somewhere between the middle. Now just tuck your hands just underneath your hips, squeeze them right in by your waist. They're not going to prop your bum up, they're just there to notice if you rock from side to side. Now float your right leg up into tabletop. On your next out breath, I want you to reach that leg away from you. Breathe in, bring that leg back in. Now, next one, hip twist. That leg's going to come out to the side. Open your pelvis, open your hip, keep your pelvis still. Leg comes back in. Away, in, to the side, in. So your hands are here to make sure that your pelvis doesn't roll. You are just moving from your hip and your knee. So check that the pressure underneath your bum stays the same. Wherever your leg is, shouldn't change underneath your butt. It's like you've got a set of weighing scales, one under each bum cheek, and those should read the same as you go through. Glance down and check the left leg isn't moving at all. You want to balance your favorite drink on your knee and don't spill a drop. Once more, each direction. Foot to the floor. Other side. Take a moment just to check your posture, your setup, before you bring the left leg up. Breathe out, reach that leg away. Breathe in, fold in. To the side, breathe out. Breathe in, bring it back in. Keeping your pelvis level. Right leg not moving. And if you feel like you are wobbling in this one, you're not quite sure how to stop it, guess what? Comes back to the pelvic floor. Put your middle in a corset. Close the elevator doors and lift with the effort. So now the pelvic floor on, release. Now the pelvic floor on, release as it comes back in. You can also push the backs of your hands down into the ground. As you get stronger, I'm going to get you to take your arms up into the air, so you can't use them for help. But the most important thing is that stillness. Find that form first. Once more in each direction. Foot to the floor. Now we're going to take that up into tabletop. The right leg is going to slide up into tabletop. You're going to roll, press your back down into the mat so the fire in the belly comes on. Lift your left heel, slide that leg in and float to tabletop. This is your second set. Breathe out, the right leg goes away from you. Breathe in, it comes back in. Breathe out, right leg open. Breathe in, bring it back in. Left side, reach. fold, roll, squeeze. Alternate sides. So very often it gets a bit easier up here because you're allowed to use some of your bigger muscles, not just all the small ones. So if that's the case for you, work on stability a little bit more. Take your arms up, point at the sky. You're now not allowed to use your arms for balance. It becomes particularly difficult when that leg moves away from you. And again, for this trimester, it's really important for me to keep your back on the ground. I want to bias the front of your body. I want your back to drop down. Keep your shoulders open, look straight up. You have once more each way. And then bring your arms down by your side, plant your legs. Just reverse that for a moment for me. Lift your hips up off the floor. Open and expose the front of your hips. If your hip flex has been working quite a bit, shoulder bridge is a really good antidote. Just hold it here. Walk your feet and knees together and just pause in this bridge. Squeeze your butt, press your arms down into the floor. Hold it here and breathe. If it feels better for you to come in and out of this position, go for it. This is your little reset before we take it into hundreds. Hold it and breathe, just twice more. One more. And then roll all the way down through your spine, one vertebra at a time, until your bum touches down on the mat. Now we're going to finish that little sequence with hundreds. So your legs are going to come one at a time up into tabletop. You can put the ball in between your knees here for stability, or try without. Your arms are going to beat down by your sides, small, tiny little pulses. You're going to hold it here and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beat by your side. You're back in contact with the floor, the legs not moving. If they're wobbling around, squeeze the ball. If you can, follow me. We're going to add in a little curl up from your foundations. Romy's going to stay on the ground so you can see the alternative, or you can follow me. You're going to curl through the ribs, they soften into the fleshy part of your belly, and you beat your arms up and down by your side. As you do this, the tummy should pull in a little bit more. Make sure you're still looking up and give me small little beats. Point your toes, parallel legs. You're going to hold it here. You're going to breathe, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you go through this first trimester, you might want to start to bring the head out. And it's all about the shape of your tummy rather than the weeks of your pregnancy. If you can keep the muscles strong and your tummy draws in, you've got this. Last 10 seconds. And release, arms down, head down, one leg down at a time. Pause it here. Good work, guys. Okay, so now you're going to roll over onto your hands and knees. So take your time to change position, rolling over, pressing up onto your hands and knees. I want you to give me a few shoulder shrugs here. You're going to squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears, hang your head down. And then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Look forwards like you're peering over the edge of something. And again, shoulders towards your ears, hang your head down. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Take any tension out of that upper body. Just give me one more. And then find neutral. We're going to take it back up in the same way you came down. So if you remember the start of the class, you're going to tuck under your toes, you're going to lift up your knees, and you're going to push up towards a downward dog. Your knees are going to stay bent, your tail is out, you're looking forwards. From here, you're going to straighten your legs, you're going to drop your heels, hang your head down. Bend your knees, tail out, look it forwards. Go again, tail out, legs straight, hang down. One more time, bent knees, look forwards, tail out. And then straight legs, head down, start to walk your hands towards your feet so that your heels come down onto the ground. Bend your left knee, take your right arm up towards the sky, look over your right shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out, hang it down. Other side, bend your right knee, take your left arm open, look up and open over your left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out, hang it down. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, scoop through belly. Unravel, uncurl, come all the way up, restacking your vertebra one at a time. Head, neck, shoulders, unravel and roll. Well done guys, that's your first trimester, the core.